Hi everyone. I thought I'd take you on a little tour of my drum setup for Ragtime the Musical. Let's start over here. I've got a Roland Sonic 10, and I'm using this to trigger concert bass drum, finger cymbals, ratchet, wind chimes, and other things like that. It's a great tool if you don't have the space or the time to play things for real, and that's the case here. So Roland Sonic 10 is a great way to supplement those pieces. Over here on the everything rack, I've got an LP cowbell and some LP jam blocks. And I've got my Able triangle on something called the Miller machine, and that's how it works. And it's essentially a suspended triangle, and you don't have to play it with two hands in the traditional orchestral style. This is a great tool for pit percussionists in particular, because we always do a bunch of things with our hands. We're always doing the octopus dance, and sometimes we just don't have the time to grab a real triangle and play it two-handed. So this is a great tool. Thank you, Miller machine. Over here on my trap table, I've got my mallets, and I've got a Weiss brand anvil here, which is really good resonance, and it's a really good size. And I'm really happy I bought this from steveweiss.com, rest in peace. It's about $30, and it comes with a case and a stand and some beaters. And it's a much better alternative, I think, than going to the junkyard and picking out a rusty brake drum and possibly getting tetanus and having to clean it off and paint it if you want. It's just a real pain. And this guy really solves that problem for you. Up here, I've got an Acme siren. And back here, I've got a ratchet and vibra-slap and another triangle for a different timbre. That's a small black swamp triangle. And up here, I've got a mounted tambourine. Down here, I've got my chrome, Korg Chrome keyboard, and I'm using this to trigger bass drums and gongs, and pitched gongs, and Glock and other mallet instruments, and most importantly, timpani. Unlike most percussionists, I don't own a set of timpani. They're really expensive. So this is a great way to supplement that. As long as you have good samples, and Korg does. So yeah, I fly down here and produces some great timpani sounds. I can have a decent sounding roll, and it just works really well if you don't have the space or the instruments for real. Moving on to my drum setup here, I've got a Gretsch Catalina set, and I've got a 14x5 snare, a 12x8 tom, a 14x14 floor tom, and a 16x14 kick. Ragtime really isn't a huge groove show, so a smaller kit like this definitely works. You get a nice full sound out of it. And on my cymbals, I've got mostly K-Custom hybrids from Zildjian. Here I've got the 13-inch hats, a 19-inch crash, a 9 or 10-inch splash, I can't remember, and a 20-inch ride, and then a 16 crash here. Up here, I've got a dark crash thin, and this is a 17-inch, also by Zildjian, K-line. And then here is the black sheep of the cymbal family. This is actually a Sabian product, and this is the Sabian Alu Bell, or Alu Bell, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I'm using this as my trolley bell for Nothing Like the City. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope this little setup video helps people in the future who are doing this show and need to create a decent sized percussion setup for one person. Thanks for watching, guys.